Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv, and there's a lot to pour through today. But the first point I'm going to make, the very first point I'm going to make, downward pressure. We're dealing with a lot of downward pressure on Bitcoin, and that's coming from the miners. I told you last week and a couple of weeks ago and weeks before that, miners are selling to support their businesses. Remember, after the halving event, they're making half as much money because everything costs double to do, right? The reward program set up for Bitcoin got cut in half. So if you look at that, you can start to understand why these miners are selling. Why? They've got to support operations. They need to buy more rigs. And some of them are considering, well, maybe we should offset some of this work or some of this income with AI work. So there's a lot going on in that space. But really, it's capitulation and selling of Bitcoin by the miners. How long do they have to do that? Well, it's been said that usually the last 3 times that we were in this opportunity, the miner capitulation lasted about 41 days. There's an analyst that says, well, yeah, it lasts normally 41 days. And if so, we're at day 33, or yesterday was day 33. Today would be day 34, which would give us 8 days, including today, if we wanted to see that miner capitulation actually drop a little bit. I would think that at some point miners have to stop selling, and the reason why is because the market is so low. You went from being in the 70s down to the 65 range. Now, mind you, I told you, I think 2-3 weeks ago, somebody did a report saying that it costs about $45,000 to mine a single Bitcoin. Yeah. So if it costs $45,000 to mine a single Bitcoin, being at 65 is not a lot of fun. And I would also think that they would want to hold off a little bit. They know they have to sell it, but hold a little bit off to the side, give the market a chance to recover, maybe even go higher, and then sell that little bit that's left so that they can make more money. Just a thought. So wondering if that's what's going to happen, because if there wasn't miner capitulation, where would Bitcoin be now? That's the interesting part, right? So I am paying attention to that. Something else that caught my attention. So we all know that Curve Finance is in trouble. And Curve's founder, Michael Egorov, is in trouble. And it's thought that the $35 million move into Binance and DeFi assets by Justin Sun, which is Tron co-founder, might be to help bolster Curve and Michael Egorov. We won't know until we get some official word, but that's kind of what the scuttlebutt is. And I'm kind of like, maybe. And that kind of a move coming from Justin Sun would not be surprising. It wouldn't be something new in how he operates. So that could actually be a possibility, but we'll see. Like I said, it's just scuttlebutt at this point. We'll find out more later. Now, the conversation around the world right now seems to be around stablecoins. There is a concerted effort to squash algorithmic stablecoins. There's a problem with that, though. The world's largest algorithmic stablecoin is Tether. Its nearest competitor, which is fiat backed, is USDC by Circle, and we're talking like less than 1/3 the size. So you look at MiCA, that's the European Union's rules that are about to be implemented, saying that those kind of stable coins, no. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, that's not a good plan, guys. That is not a good plan. Not the smartest thing you could do. The reason why is because so much happens using Tether that what you could wind up doing with these centralized exchanges is hurting them. You're going to wind up hurting them because most people are using Tether to move, to move assets, to move value, right? So you stamping down and saying, well, you can't have this, you can't have that. I think you're hog tying the centralized exchanges. So I don't think that's a bright move, because you'll just find people that will just go, okay, fine, we'll move to decentralized exchanges where you don't have much reach, if at all. So yeah, there's that. And are you really going to take away the dominance of Tether? The pairs that Tether has with other coins, especially newer ones, is deep, and you don't have that. And I don't think you have the same level of liquidity as you do with Tether, as you do with Circle. Circle's much smaller. So I'm wondering, so you would need several coins to step up. Several coins to step up. I mean, so you've got Circle, that's going to be there. You have Ripple's new RLUSD, Real USD. That's supposed to be, fiat backed. That's a big deal. You also, here's something funny for you. You also have Tether launching their own coin that is gold backed, tokenized gold. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying, yeah, if you're trying to stamp out Tether, you're going to have to step up your game. You're really going to have to step up your game. And it really starts to tell me that you guys don't know what you're talking about, don't know what you're doing. Right? I mean, you kind of know what you're doing because you're stamping out algorithmic stablecoins. But the idea is that you're trying to clear the field for CBDCs. And nobody's a fan of CBDCs. Not even banks. Think about that. Not even banks are interested in CBDCs. The American Bankers Association has penned a report saying, yeah, nah, we're not a fan of CBDCs. Cut that out. So that's a problem. Right? So I'm wondering where that conversation winds up going. And what really winds up happening in the real world as you see people still leveraging Tether. That's going to be big in the EU. It's going to be big in the United States as they try to stamp down on, like I said, algorithmic stablecoins. But when you sit back and you really think about it, the rest of the world isn't doing that. Especially in Asia, which is a huge market. The rest of the world isn't doing that. So who's going to suffer? People in Europe, people in Asia. I mean, people in Europe, people in the United States. So what do those people wind up doing? They'll wind up switching to alternative means to get their Tether, because Tether opens them up to a greater field of coins that are out there. That's my prediction. I said what I said. I said it full chested, right? Something else that's going on. Yes, we do know that, everything is taking a hit right now. Everything in crypto is taking a hit right now because of the major sell-off, because Bitcoin has a certain level of dominance over the space, and Bitcoin's taking a hit, which means everybody's taking a hit. So I was mentioning last night, whenever you see an article that says, oh, this coin is down because of volatility. No, really, Sherlock? Yeah. All the coins are down because of this negative volatility. Period. That's not a news article. It's fodder. It's fluff. It's put out there, put in there, just so that they could fill the newspaper or fill whatever online magazine there is. Now, hey, I'm not mad at them. You gotta fill where you gotta fill. But we're trying to find real news that will affect us. Right? Affect our bags. To me, it is still an opportunity to buy. It's still a good opportunity to DCA. Right now is going to be, you're going to look back, or I know I'm going to be looking back going, that was a great time to buy. That was a great time to buy. And I think it's going to be a small runway to a good space. A very small runway to a good space. Remember, it was just like, 2 weeks ago? We were in the 70s. Right? I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it not because I'm blindly into crypto. It's because I do my research every day. And I can see the infrastructure being built out. I can see, new use cases being created. I can see the traffic. I can see everything that's going on in terms of adoption. That's why I don't have hope on my side. I mean, I have hope, but I've got facts. These companies are spending billions. I told you what, 2 weeks ago? BlackRock has $20 billion in assets under management just for its Bitcoin spot ETF, or just for Bitcoin related business. Wow. And growing. Yeah, we see outflows, we see inflows. I'm not worried about outflows and inflows. I'm concerned about what these companies are doing. Right? What kind of projects are they getting involved with that point to, we're just preparing for adoption. We're preparing for global adoption. And you can see it all over the place. You can see it all over the place. So yeah, I read the Coinshares report, $621 million in outflows over the past week. I read another report, $146 million in outflows just in the past 3 days. I get it. I totally get it. It's fine. It's fine. More overselling. Right? Miners creating downward pressure. And they're not going to dump all their Bitcoin. They're going to dump enough to keep everything right, pull some profit, blah, blah, blah. And then they're going to keep it going. Why? Because you have companies like BlackRock, you have people like Michael Saylor, you have other companies around the world that are saying, we're going to take that MicroStrategy approach and we're just going to continue to buy Bitcoin. Like I said yesterday, Michael Saylor said, I'm going to sell $500 million worth of notes so I can go buy some Bitcoin. And then he came back and said, I'm going to adjust that a little bit. I didn't get that number right. I'm going to sell 700 million in notes. Woo, baby. You had Semler Scientific, you had Metaplanet buying into Bitcoin, and immediately their stocks rose. Immediately. More companies are going to wind up buying Bitcoin, which means the market will wind up going up because everybody that's buying Bitcoin is mitigating everybody that's selling Bitcoin. It's dampening that impact. Nice. That's all I can say about it. That's smart move. What else is going on in the world? I'm back to Ripple. So their CTO confirms that, yep, we're going to have it. We're going to have RLUSD. And why are they launching it? Well, the stablecoin market is expected to hit $3 trillion by 2028. That's only 4 years away. Look at the market cap of Tether. You're entering a space, especially since you're going to be fiat backed. You're entering a space that could do nothing but grow for you. And grow big. Grow big. So do I see XRP taking off as a coin itself? That hope is diminishing for me. Do I see their stablecoin taking away a lot of business from algorithmic stablecoins and going toe-to-toe with Circle fairly quickly? Yeah. Absolutely. So when they go IPO, I'll be all about it. Right? Because are they making the right moves for me when it comes to XRP? Not really. Are they making the right moves for me as a business? Yeah. Because they're identifying opportunities. They're saying we might have to pivot. Here are some places where we can pivot. Here are some places where we can make some noise. And they're firing on all pistons. Now, that's not to say that they've totally abandoned XRP. Maybe they haven't. But that's going to be something that we're going to have to see down the road. It is what it is, right? So you have Uphold, saying that, yeah, they're gonna be delisting, stable coins as well because of EU's MiCA, just the way Binance did. I'm expecting that other, firms, other centralized exchanges are going to do the same thing. But Uphold is next. It's happening right now. So what we should be doing is thinking about bringing it all back home. I'm just wondering, well, what's going on with all the miners? What's going on with Riot and Bitfarms? Just where are you? Are we going to start to see stories about more companies trying to buy, miners? Because that would make it hard for Riot platforms to buy a Bitfarms platform, right? Because Bitfarms is saying, no, we don't want to get bought. But what happens if one of these hyperscalers or one of these AI firms comes along and says, we want to buy you? I'm expecting that market space, that M&A space, to get tight, to get very tight. So from a stock perspective, I'm looking for those things. I really, really am. I'm looking to see who's going to get hammered, because that's going to give me some ideas about what's going on over here in the crypto space. When I do my research, I don't just look at crypto. I'm looking at general financial news and then looking to see how it could affect crypto or vice versa. Just say it. There are ideas that I have that I'm sitting back and I'm watching, and I can only develop those ideas, those strategies, those straight up theories, by doing research every day. And I hope you're doing the same. And I hope you're getting research from numerous sources and not just one or two. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. Put the notes away. So right now, you know what? Let me refresh this real quick. There you go. All right. Let's make this a little bit wider so everybody can read it. All righty. So what do we have right now? Wow. We have a lot of downs. This whole list is nothing but downs. Core is down. Conflux is down. Sats, which is ordinals, is down. That's all of them, 16%. Let's see. Athena's relatively new. I should do some research on that. I keep seeing the name. Phantom is hurting, 14% down. Dog with hat takes it on the chin, 13% down. Here's the thing, though. When I see a meme like this one, a popular meme like this one, take it on the chin, I immediately think maybe I should go in and get more. Because when they're done with miners when miners finish that market capitulation, I think meme coins are going to skyrocket. So at this price, I'm thinking I could get in on some dog with hat. ZK Sync, no interest, down 13%. They were down yesterday too. Oops. 33% off its all-time high, and they just launched. Just saying, 33%. They dropped 33%. Oof. I know that hurts. Who else? Let's see. EtherFi down 12%. Filecoin down 12%. Oasis Network 12%. All right. On the positive side, I'm not expecting to see anything, and I don't. Cat in a Dog's World up 13%. How the heck? Still 53% off its all-time high, but how the heck is that one up 13%? And remember, these two lists are comprised of the top 250 coins. So out of the top 250 coins, these are the numbers that we're getting with. I don't feel like I have to go through the whole list. There are over 14,500 coins just on CoinGecko. Just saying. Oh, my workbook is powered by CoinGecko. No, they don't pay me. Let's see what else is going on. Then you have, let's start from here. We got on Thursday retail sales numbers coming because, Tuesday, which is today, we have retail sales coming, capacity utilization, business inventory. So we got some decent data coming today. Retail sales number is going to mean something. Wednesday, tomorrow, holiday, I'm probably not going to do any videos. I'm probably going to be working on the workbook because I'd like to launch the workbook for sale next week. We've got Thursday, we've got jobless claims, and then, we got some PMI numbers coming out on Friday. The fear and greed index. Wow. How is the fear and greed index at at 74. I actually am amazed. I don't see how, except people like me that are like crazy positive, because we see things, we see the undercurrents. We're not just looking at, the ripples on top. We're looking at those undercurrents, and we can see things like just coming together nicely. I can see that. All right, now I can understand. 74. If you're looking at DeFi Llama, we dropped about 4 billion in total value locked. We're down to 122 from 126. At Bitcoin, like I said, Bitcoin is at 64,414. Again, we're back to where I said I needed to be, which is above 69,355. That's my green line. But when you zoom out, we're just moving in the same space. We're moving in the same space. I mean, right here, Wednesday, May 24th to today, to yesterday at 11 o'clock. Same numbers. Same numbers. Same range. Side by side. We're just moving laterally. We went up a little bit. We came back down. I mean, it was abrupt. This coming down here, moving alongside, coming down hard. We came back a little slowly, and we've just been moving downward, and then abrupt again. But it's all within the same range. It's basically lateral movement. Lateral movement for the past month and a half. So I'm sitting back and I'm just going, yeah, I'm not worried about that. Not worried about it at all. Because I know that we have some macro events that are coming that are going to take the numbers way higher. Way higher. So right there is something that I'm sitting back and I'm kind of going, yep, that's what we need to pay attention to. That's really what we need to pay attention to. Looking at it on a big board, am I seeing opportunities? I'm seeing a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. Toncoin has fallen almost $1 over the past few days. Remember, it hit like 812. That was amazing. I should have taken profit at 812. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna chill. I'm going to chill. Now, if I'd have played smart and I'd have taken profit at 8 and change, knowing that it was the only coin that's up, I can still take profit here, by the way. A lot of profit. But knowing that it was the only one that was up, and knowing that because it was the only one that was up, it's going to eventually come down. That dollar with the number of stuff that I have right now, the amount of money that I have in there right now, yeah, I could have made a couple of bucks. That would have been smart. But I wasn't smart. I've been working on other things. So I can let it ride this time. The next time I'll probably wind up doing it. Shiba Inu is down in the teens. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's too delicious for me to pass up. It really is. And by the way, I'm deeply in the black on SHIB. But to be able to buy in, knowing that they're building out a crazy infrastructure, I'm down with that. Doge at, below 13 cents. That's an opportunity. I mean, there are just so many opportunities. It's not even funny. I might have to divide my opportunities by the spaces that they're in, right? Infrastructure, DePin, meme. I might have to start breaking everything up, by category and thinking about what kind of money I'm going to put into each category. That's how interesting it is right now to me. Just want to look at the numbers. It makes it easier for me to see where to identify what my potential is. Right? And what I'm highlighting for you is the percentage off the coin's all-time high. So 11% for Bitcoin, 30% for Ethereum, BNB chain 19% recently just hit that all-time high. Solana 47% from its all-time high. And I'm here to tell you, I'm all about it. I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, this all-time high is like 250. I'm like, yeah, that's good stuff. I've been holding for a little bit. I've been buying just a little bit here, a little bit there, but I've been holding a lot of dry powder. But I'm going to start executing again. I executed some dry powder last week. I'm going to execute some dry powder this week. Why? Because when everything goes up, this is when you start to hit those multiples. I think this is the opportunity that everybody's going to turn around and be like, damn, I should have gotten in on that. Because this coin went up, not 10%, not 20%, but went up 2x. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those opportunities to identify where I can get in and get in on a multiple. Because I want to be able to have meme coins that go up at a multiple, right? Because that means they're going up greater than Bitcoin, which means I can buy more Bitcoin. I can shave off those profits and just dump it into Bitcoin. So I can grow my Bitcoin bag. Because like I said, I'm going to use Bitcoin differently than I'm going to use any other coin. So that Bitcoin bag, I'm just tossing it. I'm just tossing money into it. That's it. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and join us 8 p.m. weeknights. We have some really lively conversations. We do it across platforms. It's a lot of fun, and I hope to see you there. Have a good one.